Hello there. This is a showcase of an unstackable item sorter by Jacoop on Reddit. So what it does is it takes an output from a lectern. See right here I have all different types of books in this lectern. So let's say I have Depth Strider here. What I can do is I can take Depth oops, Depth Strider here and I can put as many as I want in here, and they'll all be sorted into the hopper that I selected, the Depth Strider one. See, over here it also has overflow protection, which I have not wired up. These are from previous tests. It has overflow protection, which I have not wired up over here. There, you see again. From I have not wired it up over to this water stream, but what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to fall into this and then go into this water stream up here. So once it does that is it you can have the same thing, like have the thing selected right here. Press this button and it'll be delivered right here. So just give it a second. And here we have Depth Strider. Or, oh, looks like he is pre-filled these. Doesn't matter. So, how does this work? Let me grab a Depth Strider book right here and fill this entire chest up like that. And you can hear there's a helpful little ding you can hear. So what it does is it drops out all these items and puts it so that the hitbox is right up against these glass panes right here. And this red coder is right here that unlocks the hopper when it needs to be unlocked. So right here, oops, when it needs to be unlocked using the lectern. He originally had this one right here that I couldn't figure out how to use because a lectern can only give out an output of 15, and this makes it look like it can also give an output of 0. I think it's to do with the fact that you can take the book and all that jazz. But here we have, I have it, see, once it's done, it also gives a helpful ding to let you know when you can turn the page again. So I have this stylized in Ethos library episode. I think it was called Spitty Stations. It's just basically the same thing right here, but I have it hooked up to only one lectern, and I have the chests going into a line of hoppers, which goes into the dropper instead. So what we have right here is a slow comparator clock, which makes sure that the drops are only given out at hopper speed, and a little bit of security with that. So the only grievance I have with Jacoop's design over here is you saw that even when it didn't have overflow, it still put it out into the overflow line. So what I would do is I would take some honey blocks right here, and I would replace the chest with that so that they fall a little bit slower and it takes the less amount of time to pull it over here. So yes, it's applicable for the unstackables like we have right here. And this is like one of the most important things, but it's also applicable for a lot of other things that I'll show later in the video. Now, here I have also recreated the unstackable item storage from the episode prior to Spitty Station. I have recreated the entire storage system in 115. Etho himself has also shown the 116 version, but only for a few seconds or for a few frames. So I could barely make it out, and this works, but it only works in 115. Now another application for this is shops on SMPs. Here I have basically what this system was, but like recreated 3 times. Here I have the same book, obviously, because I haven't really done anything to it. But I what you could do is you could have like a shulker box filled with just diamonds that like there's 38 enchantments in total, and each one of these holds 15 unstackable items. So there would be 7 left, and that would work good for all the armor plus a pickaxe, axe, and a sword. Now the last item that you can see right here, you can have this as a payment shulker box, where you could have all of your customers put the amount of diamonds that they spent in here, and then just put again right here. Now another application for this is you could just have a general shop, like this mob drops shop that I have just fashioned up, like I sell on Divergent. So what I could have is I have the pork selected, so I could restock that like this, and just have that in. Make sure that it goes in. Alright, it has gone in. And then restock everything just like this. Like I have bones right here. Now what I did is I renamed the shulker box to the price so that there wouldn't be any confusion and it wouldn't take up too much space so that it would look cluttered. So what else I have here is a little payment option, and all I have is a light blue shulker box for people to put their diamonds in. And let's do that. See, you can watch it go. And let's say that I wanna, well, no one's in creative on the SMP. Let's say I wanna buy some pork because look at my saturation. It's very low. I'm gonna need food very quick because you cannot eat diamonds, unfortunately. So what I would do is I would order up the pork box, um, and have it. Tell me you guys saw that. Tell me you guys saw that. Here it is. That's strange. So it's labeled 1 diamond for 4 stacks. So let's just take our 8 stacks. That should last us for a while. And we have a bunch of diamonds but no pickaxe. Let's put this back and make sure that pork is still selected. Let's put this back and make sure it goes in. And then we can't just go off and steal. No, no, no. We have to pay accordingly. So what we would do is we would choose payment, and we would ask that we get the payment shulker. There it is. And then we would pay our 2 diamonds, or maybe our 2 diamonds like that. Or maybe we're feeling a little bit generous since we have all these diamonds and no food for some reason. And then the next time the shop owner comes to restock, they can also check the payment box so that they get their diamonds for what they're selling. Now, again, how does it work? So what we have here is a slow comparator clock that, again, makes sure that it goes hopper speed. And we have a comparator also coming out of this side of the dropper, powering this note block so that it gives you a little notification on when it's going to start dropping. So again, I would put honey here so that it slows it down just the tiniest bit more. And what we have here is, if I can, what we have here is a little red coder that comes out of this lectern that right over here we can see. It blocks every hopper except for one. And right now we have the payment one selected, so it would only be this one that would be unlocked. Why is there two? That's weird. So what we have is, and then there you can see this overflow protection if either the chest and the droppers and the hoppers would be full, which would take a lot of items. It goes down into this water stream and into this soul sand that goes straight back up to where you are. So, and then you can see this retrieval button. It's connected to this this I want to say this comparator. So right here we can see that it's um doing it's powering every single dropper, and once you press the button right here, it's only gonna power this dropper because I don't know, magic. I'll look at it a little bit more in depth when I eventually do a block by block tutorial. If I ever reach 25 subscribers, get me to 25 subscribers and you'll see a block by block tutorial for this. And then they'll all drop, the item that you've chosen will drop into this water stream. And then here we have the overflow protection. Here's the item. So it will flow into this ice and then into this water and then into this soul sand right where you are. Um, so I'm pretty sure I covered every single benefit to this and every single way how it works. That's all for today's video. I'll leave a world download down into the description. I'll once I learn a little bit more about this, or if I find a better replacement to this, sorry Jacob if you're watching this, oops, I'll make a video on it. But that's all I have time for today. Remember to like and subscribe. Have a good day. Have a nice night. Have a good evening. Bye bye.